Hey y'all, this is John Bollinger with Premier Guitar. Today we are looking at the new Warm Audio Jet Phaser. Before I tell you about this very cool pedal, take a second to subscribe below. Thanks very much. Okay, so here's how I'm recording this. This is my old PRS SE. I've totally jacked it up with some mods, but there's a mini hum there, etc., etc. But I'm running this guitar, this mutt of a guitar, I'm running directly into the Jet Phaser, which is being powered by its proprietary power. However, with the flip of a switch, I could have gone to batteries, to 9 volts. Running out of that into an old 68-ish Vibrolux, miking it with a SM57 into an Apollo Twin. Pro Tools, out to you. So, Warm Audio, for you engineering type geeks, you're probably familiar with this company. Warm Audio has made a name for themselves, giving very affordable versions of coveted tubey vintage gear, studio gear primarily. And I'm thrilled that they're moving into the pedal market, because what they've done here, they've taken Roland's most kind of far out 70s pedal, and they've offered it in a very affordable, great sounding package, which, you know, if we just start with the aesthetics alone, this is like it's like time travel. I look at this and I picture bell bottoms and burning incense and the whole 70s deal. I love that. I love just the aesthetic of it, and it's built like a tank. Here's the basic ingredients. Right over here, fast slow switch, which I utilized a little bit on the way in. Here, on off. No light. I would kind of like an LED, but you know, yeah, that's the way it was, and that's the way it still is. Up here is a control for the slow, so you can as you switch between the two, this lets you decide how slow the slow will be. Also over here we have the resonance, so essentially just one knob controlling the phase. And then over here is our mode switch. We have 2 clean and then 4 with fuzz. So we'll get into all those later. And this, the jet level, is the fuzz level. You got 1 input, 1 output, and proprietary power. This is what it sounds like with the guitar going straight into the amp. Nothing wrong with that, but I really do love this. I came in on the second setting, yeah, on the second phase. The first is a little more subtle, and then we'll get into that. Let me just play this one a little bit. To me, it's got this just really kind of hypnotic thing. Let me turn up the resonance a little bit. I don't know what the Stones used on this, what phaser they used, but it's pretty close to this. Now I like it. I like this kind of, to me it reminds me of like that Waylon Jennings kind of phase. Just awesome. Let's get into this a little bit. I wish it was at my feet because I could really show you what it does with the fast slow, but see her doing like a... It's such a cool kind of Leslie-esque sound. And I love the way, if you listen, when you hit it, it doesn't switch like digitally from fast to slow. It ramps up much like a Leslie spinning around. So that alone, that's just one sound we've gone through so far, but that's kind of worth the price of admission to me. Now, as we go to this first setting, it's a lot more subtle. So let me start with the resonance all the way down. You can kind of see. It's subtle, but it's there. It's almost like you know there's something there, you just know what it is. There's now you kind of get an idea it's a phase. Anyway, great to have that little subtle, almost sort of transparent sound. Now, here's where it gets far from transparent. Let's go to mode 1. It's going to get pretty fuzzy. Woo! Let's go to the next one. Whew. That is a very aggressive chainsaw fuzz. Those are the first two settings. You can see the first one's a little more mellow. Second one, the phase gets a little more out of hand. But up here, try this. Now, that's a really cool fuzz. That is more my jam. Now let me take this resonance up a little bit. I like that because it's kind of got that subtle thing where you're wondering, what is that? I dig that tone. Okay, next let's go to the fourth and final. This is going to kind of be a similar flavor, but just a little more extreme, I think. And if I turn the resonance down, resonance down. Let's turn that down. Anyway, that is one rock and roll machine. I love that Warm Audio is making this available for us because I've never even seen a jet phaser, the Roland one, in person, but I have seen some pictures of them and I've always been curious. So I can't tell you if it sounds just like the original, but it definitely sounds like a vintage phaser. Now with that, there's a couple things with vintage gear. Like for instance, here's my bass tone, put it on. I feel like volume's back a little bit. You can hear how it affects your signal a little bit, and a little more noise. But that is part of the inherent charm of these old school type pedals, and this really feels like that. So to read the full written review, go to premierguitar.com. While you're online, make sure you like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Instagram, Twitter, all that social media crap. Maybe have the magazine sent to your house. This is John Bolger. Till next time, let's see what we get.
Thank you.